Hello friends, today we are going to see how to find square, cube and square root for numbers between 1 to 100 and print it on the screen. We are going to use a language called JavaScript. So first go to start menu, type notepad and press enter. Now first save the file, go to file menu and click save. Name the file whatever you want. I'm going to name it file.html, but this .html is important. Then click save. Now first we are going to test whether the file is saved or not. So I'm going to type something, then going to save it again. And here I saved my file in desktop. You can save it wherever you want. I'm going to double click on it. Now whatever we typed here is going to pop up here. So this is our file. Now here erase it. Then first we are going to create a button for square. How to do it? Let's see. In HTML there's a tag called input. Whatever input you are going to give, we use this type of tag, and to mention its type, whether it's a button or a text box or whatever else, you're going to mention it as an attribute type equal to button, so it will be shown as a button. Let me show you. Save it again, go to the page and reload. We created a button. Now return to our file and give it a value. Value means now that button is empty, it has nothing on written on it, so we are going to write something about. So I'm going to give square as its value. Now I'm going to save it and reload the page, see what happens. So this is the value. uh, Value means whatever it's going to be written on the button, not its absolute value. So now we created the button. Now I'm going to um, write code for the function of this button. Now it does nothing. You can see that. So return to our program and click and give on click attribute. That does mean on clicking this button. So we are going to call a function when clicking on this button, and I'm going to name it square. So let's go and create this function. We write JavaScript inside script tags. I'm going to create a function called square. All these white spaces are for readability. It's not needed. You can write it all in even in a one sentence. So first we are going to loop through 1 to 100. For that we are going to use for loop. In this we have to give three parameters in this. First is initialization. I'm going to start it from 1. Then condition. We are going to loop through 100 numbers, and then increment. We are going to increment one by one, and then we are going to print something on the screen. To print something we use document.write in JavaScript. I'm going to print I into I for square. That makes sense now. Let's see what it gives. Go to save and then reload the page. Allow the block content to be done, that is JavaScript. Click on the square button. Now you see it prints the output, but everything is on the same line. So I'm going to give a line break in this statement. We give line breaks with br tag in JavaScript in HTML as well. Save and reload the page. Go back and then click on. Now you can see after executing a statement, it prints a line break. So now we got square. We are going to do the same for cube and then square root. Let's copy this statement and then paste it 2 more times. Let's change its value to cube, second one to cube, the third one to square root, and we are going to create functions accordingly. So cube, it's going to be cube, and then square root, it's going to be square root. Let's create that functions too. Copy this function and paste it here. That's for cube, just multiply the number 3 times. It's gonna give us the value of cube. And then for square root, there's a inbuilt function in JavaScript called math.sqrt, and we are going to pass I inside it. Now we will get square root value. Let's change the name of the function accordingly. The second one is gonna be cube, and the third one is gonna be square root. So let's save this file and then reload the page. Now we got 3 buttons named accordingly, and then if we click on cube, you will get cube of each number, and if we click on square root, we get square root of each number between 1 and 100. That's all for today, friends. Thank you.